Um, I, I, I don't have my computer camera.
Your computer what?
Camera.
Oh,
It's died again. Neither of the ways I had to restart it worked this morning, so I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let go of that. So how were your holidays?
busy. I mean, it was scattered around, but we had friends to annual holiday dinner
Mm-hmm.
1 week. Another set of friends to holiday slash birthday party the next week. Then Christmas Eve we had family. Christmas Day we had family. Day after Christmas we went up to Pembroke, Massachusetts for family.
Ah,
Grandkids.
nice.
Now going to be up there for Christmas. So no sense dragging them down here.
Yep.
So, but we're tired.
Yeah. Ah, my goodness. Well, we had one dinner with friends, but other than that, and we have a new tenant, which is good. And
Wood.
yes, wood. And we were out of power for 3 days
3 days.
with the well, out here at the end of this gravel road.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was having difficulty with my generator, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But a couple of friends came over and resolved that on a temporary basis for us, and now it's in being serviced. So we'll hope the power doesn't go out till he comes back.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was
Yeah.
quiet.
We lost it for 13, 14 hours, something like that. Tree went down just a couple hundred feet down the road on 154.
Yep.
And had the road blocked for all that time.
Wow.
They were busy.
Yeah.
And it took down, it was a large tree and it just shredded the wires. I mean, they were all over the place.
Oh God.
I pitied them because
Yeah.
it was cold and it was raining and it was windy and there were at one point 4 bucket trucks in a row up there working on it.
Wow.
Not my idea of.
No, nor mine. I felt sorry for him too, but I wanted them to hurry up.
Actually, my wife was walking the next morning and somebody from Eversource had stopped his truck and was walking up and down looking at poles, and she's stopped and said how much she appreciated, you know, the work that they did. He just looked at her like she was nuts.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, they probably hear all kinds of complaints.
Oh, yeah.
So he probably couldn't believe he was being complimented.
That could be.
He said he had been one of the guys working there the previous day. And he got home at 11:15 at night. And he was back on the job at 7 or 8 the next morning.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, not a fun time, but
No.
but
So
that's what we get for living out in the country.
yeah. Well, we were surprised because usually they clear down trees on 154 pretty quickly because it's
Yeah,
a pretty busy road. But they didn't, the power, the tree went down at 6:30, 6:45 in the morning.
mhm.
They didn't get there to assess until noon.
They were busy.
Yeah.
Well, we lost our power at 2:30 in the morning. And they said, oh, we'll have it hooked up again by 7:15 in the morning. Right.
Yeah. Well, they told us, and of course we lost power for a week,
Yeah.
before, so I know what you're dealing with. But they told us 6:45 in the evening. That's their estimate, and I said, okay, well, they're not going to give us an early time for an estimate. They'll give us a late time so they can brag about how they did it faster. But it was 6:45 came and went.
Yeah.
7:30 came and went, and we started to worry because all the trucks had left. And it got to be 8 o'clock before it suddenly clicked on.
Yeah. Well, we were glad to have the heat back.
Yeah. Well, we have a wood stove, and
Oh, that's good.
we started that right away in the morning.
Mhm.
And it heats the house.
Yep.
If you start it early
Yeah.
and keep it up.
Yeah.
If you wait till late in the afternoon when the house is really chilled, then it's a slightly different story. But
Yeah. Well, we were sitting by our fireplace, so we were not as well heated as. Well, here's Jeff. Trying to enter the Zoom, but it says that we will. What the heck? Oh, he is trying to get in. I didn't even see it sitting back there, I guess. Whoops.
All right, there we go. Hi.
Sorry, Jeff. We were talking and I didn't even hear you try to get in.
Oh, okay, no problem. I didn't know if it was not working correctly or something. So I actually just sent you a text.
Yeah,
Text also just to so you knew I was knocking on the doors.
yeah. I got the text.
All right, good, good. At least I know that's our fail safe if we ever do have a problem.
Oh, yeah, it's a good thing to do. So
All right.
I'm missing the camera on my computer today and can't seem to get it back.
Okay.
So we're working just with this one.
Yep, that's okay.
Yeah, it's better than none.
Yep.
that's in good form. It's pretty.
It is good ting shot today. So questions? Probably didn't get as much practice in as you would like.
Probably. Yep.
But
I probably need a little more refinement on the rotation and the hand movement of left hand.
of left hand.
Yeah, the last one we did, right, was left hand. I thought
Could be.
last one I did is left hand. So put it that way.
I'm sorry.
I said the last one I remember doing was left hand. And I think I need some more refinement on our body rotation and the hand movement a little bit more.
Yep, yep. And you? Nothing?
No, just work on the last movement you introduced, so.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So how is wave hands coming?
I feel reasonably comfortable with that.
Uh-huh.
It's a dangerous thing to admit.
And you, Jeff?
I mean, it's improving. It's still, it's just a lot of constant movement, rotation, and everything to try and coordinate the timing of. So it's not second nature yet by any means. I'm still have to focus on everything as I go along. I don't know if I'm 100% clear on when I'm rotating from one hand on top to the other properly. That's probably the main thing is the hand rotation from one to the other.
Okay.
Well, I would say also that I've been working on trying to make all the movements continuous and connected rather than, I don't think I stop or hitch between them, but instead of saying, okay, that one is done and now this one is next and this one is
That goes
next.
in
So I've been
with
trying to get rid of that thinking and let it flow.
Yeah.
A work in progress.
Yeah. Well, it is with that because it's subtle and it's not easy. So one thing I did want to look at, and I know you both have certainly addressed this in the past or the present, and that is the C curve. It is also something that is continuously occurring, and certainly the standing work is the place to focus on it to begin with. So I just wanted to review that for a moment to make sure that you didn't have any questions about that, and so as we go through the standing work this morning, we can really try to make sure that that's included also. So clearly there are two ends to our spine, the top and the bottom. And it is generally speaking not too difficult for people to find how they can tuck the bottom of the spine and connect to the lower vertebra of the spine and feel that stretch. The difficulty frequently is with the neck, where we tend to sometimes just bend the head forward, and you can hear what that does to my voice. So that's not a good thing to do. We have to think always about going up and out, and not so far forward. You're actually trying to balance the curve at the top of the spine with the curve at the bottom. The top obviously having a lot more flexibility than the bottom of the spine. So at the top, really that movement needs to be one in which there is a real extension and then a bend forward that doesn't affect breathing or voice in any way. And those two need to occur simultaneously. And then as you straighten up in the C curve, the big thing to watch for really is what happens with the head, because our tendency is to put the head back. And that's a definite no. So you, just as when we went into the C curve, we thought of the head going up and forward as you straighten up, you want the head to go up, not back. The really big mistake that we often fall into pretty easily. Also, just as in the Taoist spine stretch, as you bend the spine, you're focusing on opening the posterior part of the spine, and as you straighten, you're focusing on opening the anterior part of the spine. Questions?
The carryover from God's,
Yeah.
but I find myself fighting, not bending my knees at the same time as I'm tucking.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is there any bend at all?
So there's
Aside from the starting posture. Yeah.
no. The answer is no, there does not need to be.
Okay.
Is there? Well, yes, in movement two or
Yeah.
any of the movements of God's,
Yeah.
it's happening there.
Yeah.
You need to be able to do it both simply standing and straightening, and also going into a squat or a fold. So it needs to happen with all of those movements. Jeff,
Yes,
any questions?
not at the moment, no.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is to stand up and Jeff turns sideways to the camera and just do a few spine stretches. See, not spine stretches, C curves. This separately, no arm movement, nothing else.
Can you see me properly, David?
I can't see your head.
Yeah, I'm trying to adjust that.
There you go. Good.
I am tucked in.
Yeah. I'm not seeing much movement in the neck.
Well, I mean, I'm feel like I'm elongating up. I'm trying not to go forward too much, though.
Well, you want to also go forward. So you go up and then go forward a bit until you feel it stretch the vertebrae of the upper spine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
yeah. I feel stretching the bottom and top now.
Good. So don't push your butt back. Ah. Better. Yeah, that's better. It's not easy.
No.
No. So did you feel the difference?
Yes, I have no idea what my butt was doing
Yeah.
back there.
So what was happening was you were getting a tuck, but you were also pushing it back.
Okay,
Okay, and it
That
needs to
probably-
tuck
yeah, that
without.
probably connects with what I was saying about bending my knees, because that's,
That
if I.
that makes it easy.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're gonna bend our knees now
Yeah.
in the standing
Yeah.
practice, because the bend and stretch is involved, and usually it will be happening, so that helps. But you also need to be able to do it without having to bend the knees. And not, something that also came up in the Gods class recently about this, Jeff, is that it should not cause the stomach muscles to clench.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
That just gets in the way of, obviously, of the flow of the chi. So
Right.
it is a releasing movement. It's not a tightening movement.
yeah, that's good that you mentioned that, actually. I was drawing it, I was focusing on drawing in pretty tight.
Yeah, it's kind of a natural one. It's another one of the natural mistakes that we tend to make.
Right. One thing I'm also realizing with my neck as I'm doing this is I do have two discs that are worn pretty badly, and I've had some neck physical therapy, and also my forward movement may not be a lot.
Okay.
In order for me to be comfortable and feel what I'm supposed to feel, it may not visibly to you be a lot, but I am definitely elongating up, and I could feel that opening and stretching more so than when I lean forward with the neck.
Okay, well, that's important for you to pay attention to that. So,
Right,
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Okay.
So let's do our standing work, our 8 gates, and endeavor to keep the pine stretch. Okay. I'm not going to make you pull a board here this morning. We'll do a spine stretch instead.
Much better.
We'll begin stepping out. This morning, David. And bending the spine and extending the spine and bending and extending, which the spine stretch, the C curve should go with each movement. So how did that go?
Oh, there's a whole lot more coordination required.
Indeed.
But the few times that I got it all together, it felt really good.
Yep.
Like, oh, this is what it's like.
There you go. Good. Anything for you, Jeff?
Very much what Bill said, and my main problem with the coordination I found there is trying to do too much with my stomach muscles and drawing in, and then forgetting to relax as I'm drawing in, and then just getting that whole part coordinated. I did not do well on that.
Yeah.
I've got to work on that.
Okay. Well, that's good to recognize.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's just flow up to lift hand. Let's flow together the first time.
Yeah.
Begin Tai Chi. Spiraling down into the right, stepping left, hum, Ji, Ryu, into the other side, just lower a little, hum, Ji, Ryu, single whip, step to the left, shift onto it and rotate the right foot forward, expand out, 100% on the right, reset the left, single whip, shift to the left, rotate and touch forward and step back, pull down, release, embrace, shifting left, continue on to the left, rotate in and step, rotate forward shoulder, white goose spreads its wings, follow, focus, stepping back with the left, arms separate as you shift and turn on the right heel, rotate rising into high pat, and then down and under. Turn and step and expand out, draw in, twisting in, keep turn, expand out, draw in, come on to your right and step out. Arms continuously rotating and twisting and expanding out and in, out, and in, and then turn the right toe in, expanding out, reset, single whip, shift on to the left and touch forward, turn left and step, rotate right and shift forward to lift hand. Now I want you to do it. So.
I had forgotten about the last step.
Yeah. It's okay. Okay. So other than lift hand, questions?
No, I brain cramp a couple of times.
Yep. Anything for you, Jeff?
Just maybe a little more clarity on the rotation of the hands through wave hands.
Yes, that is a place we need to work.
Yeah, that's the main thing for me, those two.
A reminder, Jeff, in when you go to shoulder and then into white goose,
Yeah,
go too far forward on the knee.
I was going too far forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Clarification on single whip. So I'm at the first sparrow's tail. So when you step and shift, yes, the hands do come in like this, but then they begin to expand out. And then they come back in again, but notice that I'm not here. and here,
Okay,
because this movement is up
okay,
and out.
yeah, I was certainly,
Yeah. So you boom. Right.
that,
Yeah, do it. Actually do it. So
coming in from the expand,
so
which way the hands turn?
so you're at follow and focus.
Yeah.
So you step,
Yeah.
the hands are coming in, condensing in, expanding out to 100%, reset, pushing in again, and then out to single whip. Yeah. So here you're 100% on the right foot. Now you're going to 60% on the left, and then 100% on the right, and then 60% on the left. Yeah.
Now expand by the carrying the ball, essentially, it's more that.
It's going this way.
Yeah, okay.
From here, yeah, there is the sense that if I exaggerate this, it's coming in, it's going out, it's coming in and going out this way. Yep.
Yep.
Do you have a question there, Jeff?
No, I don't think so. I did have a little bit of one with the hands as you step up before doing this, but I saw you do it a couple times. That kind of clarified it.
Okay.
So I'm okay.
So wave hands. When we get to down and under, so this is a rising, outwardly expanding posture. And then we're gathering in as we come back onto the right foot. And then we step with the left, and the ball is going to expand out. And one of the things here is that it's not just doing this, it's not up and down, rather it's rotate out and rotate back in. So there is a continuous twisting of the arms and legs and body, but if we get the arms to begin with, that's good. So when we're down and under, and then we turn, we're condensing in, and then expanding out, condensing back in. That funny turn on the right, condense back in, expand out, condense back in, out, back in, out, back in, out. Yep. So, Jeff, you had a question there. So,
Okay, so as we're coming around and continuing to rotate and separate, Now, at this point, as we start to turn left, is that when the hands also start to turn back around this way?
Just a second, Jeff, let me, get out of there. My eyesight doesn't help this process. Okay, say it again.
Okay, so as I'm coming around, fully weighted on the left now, and rotating and wide and separating the hands to here. Once I'm out farthest out to the side, then as I start to turn around, that's when the hands also start to turn the other way.
Yes.
Okay, I was not doing that anywhere near early enough. And then here, and so by here, they're almost all the way around, continuing to rotate in there. And now as I turn around this way, they start to turn back at that point.
Yes. Yeah, so there should be a continuous rotation of the arms as well as the body.
Right, right. That's what I'm trying to work in. And I wasn't really doing that. I was holding them static too much and just separating to the side and then coming back around and starting to rotate more as I got closer to the center. I wasn't rotating the whole way like that. Which I guess since it's wave hands, it should be doing that, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, that, yes, this has helped a lot, actually.
Good. Do you have a question there?
No, I wasn't doing that step, so I'm trying.
Oh, so if that's looking pretty good, Jeff.
Yeah, I gotta get the timing better, but at least I'm rotating the whole way now.
Yeah, you're on the road, as it were.
Right, right,
Good.
okay.
So then left hand, I think, was the next question.
Right.
So it starts the same way it did the first time when we interrupted it. So let me. So we're shifting onto the left foot, and you want to be careful here that you really shift from the dantian and sit on that foot so you're balanced, because you want to be able to actually rotate this leg back and then forward. So as it's doing that, this arm is circling around and coming forward to end up right beside the thigh with the palm forward and the elbow slightly lifted so you don't close off the armpit. And at the same time, this hand has begun to close down. So it's come in a little bit. This one's come forward as if it were going to push. And so that's that first movement, which we've already done before, but just to be really clear about it. The hard part is that now you turn left that way and step for your bow stance. And when you do that, the two hands press in and they're lined up right on the center of the body. It's as if the two thumbs were overlapping slightly right on the center line of the body. And then as you rotate right, they are separating slightly with the right hand pulling a little bit down and the left going a little bit up. You got to slow that movement down so you really get what's going on there. So you shift, rotate and touch, turn and step, and then rotate and shift into your bow stance.
I find that my first step has been too far front.
Yep.
And I have nowhere to go.
Yep. That's a good thing to discover. Yeah, you want, this is just a short
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And then the step.
Yeah.
And you might notice that actually in order to do that, you have to bend the left leg, the quad and the knee. You can't get to here and then just move your leg out there somehow. You got to use the body to get it over there. So you touch, step, complete. And just so you see it here, that finished position, my right hand is about a hand's breadth away from the body. So I'm not real close because you have to be out a little bit to stay into your etheric body. Your other one goes forward a little bit, but it's not out here. It's in that space where you have control and are rooted.
Yeah.
You get to here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can feel my,
And you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that's a regular bow stance that we finish in, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So sideways. So if you're in your single whip, you shift, rotate and touch, step, and rotate and shift forward. I know that they do this, they don't do this.
Did you, again?
Boom. So when you get to here, they're kind of in mid space out here and slightly bent, so that as you go forward, they're also very slightly turned in. As you go forward, everything extends and separates slightly. The left goes up, the right goes down.
Like so?
Trying to see what it is you're doing. No, I'm trying to understand. Yeah.
Oh. That's too far.
Yeah. So the what I would say is boom, boom. When you get here, I'm still 100% on the left, okay? I have it, and this should be straight out, not on an angle. Okay. Straight ahead. And then this movement, this separates the hands. Oh.
So the turn drives it.
Yep. Yeah. So the arms are not doing much. This movement is pretty small.
Yeah, well, that's my usual throwing my hands at it.
So play with it for a minute. Let me look at Jeff here.
David, the last question is, I thought I remembered you also saying last time that when we go to here, we kind of cup the fingers, go rotate them, and then as we rotate, we extend.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
I've
correct.
been trying to do that in there, and you didn't say it this time, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't imagining that you said
I
it.
don't think you were.
Okay, good.
Um, I'm,
Can you see me?
oh, and no, I want you to see me.
Oh, okay.
No, so I was just trying to get my hands up
Yeah,
here.
I can see him. Yep.
Well, I can't do that, camera. I have to do this. So I've got to hold them up a little higher than I would otherwise. But
Okay.
yes, they are at this point slightly cupped.
Okay.
And then as you go forward, they extend. Not
Okay.
stiff, not locked. They just extend as they separate. Boom.
All right. Yeah, I was overextending. Okay, so we're going from the scapula and rotating and extending gently outward.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's what I was saying to Bill a minute ago, is
Okay.
that movement is actually relatively small
Right.
when you've touched and you step, and
Right.
actually this movement, if I take the body away, that's all the movement there is.
Huh. That is small. Wow.
Okay, it's not this.
Right. Right.
It's just this.
Wow. Okay.
This is the Wu style. It's
That's good. Good reminder. Thank you.
so as you rotate and shift forward, they do rotate and expand, but it's a small, subtle movement.
I think it looked like more because the body was also rotating in there, and it looked like the hands were actually doing more than that, but they're not.
Right, but it's the rotation of the body that's moving the arms.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yep, that's on the road.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So don't rush.
Yeah,
Don't rush. Let yourself go slowly. So the part of the problem is you're getting your weight forward too soon. Okay. So we've done the single whip. We shift. That's empty. That's empty. Now we fill it. Okay, you were getting to here and
yeah.
weighted forward. It's a typical empty step. Built up. Not easy. I will admit. Yes, in a row. And they go.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing it more slowly, it's, but it is right away. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can feel myself, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It was better though.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Too much of this,
Well, yeah, you're turning a little too far, I think, to the left.
yeah,
Making the movement too big.
Yeah.
You know, you want to just touch, step. So that's part of why it's so critical that as you make this shift, that you sit on that foot.
Yeah.
So that you can rotate and touch, step, and then go. Yeah, see, as soon as your foot's down, you're already shifting onto it.
okay,
And yes, you do put the foot down, but it's the rotation and shift, not shift and then rotate. Yeah. Uh-huh. But you caught it good.
yeah.
Yeah, it was better though.
Yeah,
Woo! Ah,
yeah, I can feel, yeah,
so you understand
yes, yeah.
where you want to go with that. So, Jeff, do you have another question in there?
No. Whoops. Nope.
What would be most helpful for you at the moment?
Could you lead us in one more flow before we finish?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem. We've got time.
It's very helpful when we have that at the end, because then I can go right to the end and flow with it afterwards.
Let me see where we are with the time. We've certainly got time. We've got 15 minutes yet, so we've got plenty of time.
Okay.
You can flow, and then maybe I'll have you guys flow again on your own.
Okay.
You want me to flow sideways to the camera, maybe for a different change?
Yeah, that'd be great, actually. Yes. Thanks.
Yeah, I just need a little space. You can be whatever direction works for you. Now I have message of watching me. Come on. Begin Taiji. So spiraling down into the right, and then stepping left. Hung, Ji, Liu, turn, draw in. Lower the arms a little, step right, and Hung, Ji, Liu, on, turn and step, shift, rotate in, expand out, reset, single fit, shift onto the left and touch, step back, pull, down, Release, embrace. Draw in, step to the corner and shoulder. White goose. Follow. Focus. Step back, draw in, separate, expand to down and under. Rotate right, sinking in, step, and expand out. Draw in. Turn toe heel. Expand. Draw in. Out. Center and try to keep the arms rotating. Turning back to the front, expand out, reset, single whip, shift forward, touch, step, lift hand. Questions?
No,
Okay. So why don't you guys do it on your own? Oh. You know what?
but
I made a mistake and did that. That was, I had you in the picture instead of me.
oh,
That's
okay.
not what you wanted.
No, it's not what I wanted, but I mean, at least I could follow it when I need to.
Well, I'm gonna, we'll do it again and I'll do it again from the side,
Okay,
but I'll get rid of you, so to speak,
yes. Good.
only so to speak. Just- And begin Taiji. Spiral down into the right, step left, pump, G, U, turn, draw in, step with the right, pump, keep rotating, G, Liu, step, turn, expand out to 100%, reset, single whip. Yep. Rotate and touch, step back and pull down. Release, embrace, expand. Draw in, step to the corner, shoulder. White goose spreads its wings. Follow. Focus. Step back, arms separate, and then twist in and out, down and under. rotate right, draw back in and step, expand. And in, out, in, out, rotating out, rotating in, rotating out, rotating in. Then turning back, expand out, reset, single whip. Shift on to the left, touch, step, and rotate to lift hand. Questions?
Nope.
I feel like that's probably enough.
That's good.
You know,
Good for me.
Bill says yes.
I say yes.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Yin Water Rabbit Year. And hope you have a good week.
You too, both you guys. I'll see you next week.
We do have a new tenant, and we've got power and
A new tenant. What happened to the other guy? I thought he was working out really well.
take care. See
Bye,
you.
Bill.
Actually, our last one, he was good for 9 months,
Right.
and then he didn't pay any rent for 2 months.
Oh, jeez.
And we finally got rid of him.
Did you have to, were you able to get rid of him on your own, or did you have to like get some legal help?
Actually, for non-payment of the rent, you can do it yourself, and it's pretty quick.
See you next
Right.
week, Chuck. Have a good
Bye,
one.
Bill. Take care.
But we didn't have to. I started the process, and then he
Right.
got out.
Did he pay you the 2 months he owed you?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
That ruins the whole year for that.
no kidding.
Oh my God. God, it sounded so promising when he first moved in. You know,
I
he
know.
seemed like a really good tenant.
This
Man.
we've got I think a really good guy now. He's in his 50s, so he's a contractor.
Right.
I think he's recently divorced,
Hmm.
but he's had good references and apparently has a lot of money,
Oh, okay.
or at least quite a bit of money.
Right.
And he's really, in his first week, he fixed a problem in the studio that we've had for 14 years.
Wow. That's good.
So that was good.
Yeah.
And he's really settled in. So I think he's going to be good, at least for now.
Right. Right. That's good. Glad to hear that.
He's an adult at any rate.
Yeah. How old was the other guy, the previous one?
He was actually in his 40s, but he had a lot
Not
of,
responsible. Yeah.
no, he hadn't grown up a lot, we discovered, and he had a lot of issues, made bad decisions about work. And
Right. Right. Had you required like just first month and 1 month security up front, or did you require
No.
last month also?
no, unfortunately, we didn't, and we had allowed him in October because he said he was leaving to take a job in Florida. We'd allowed him to use the security deposit for that
Oh.
month's rent.
Ah, bummer.
And that was a mistake which we will not do again.
right. Yeah,
But
all right, well, keep our fingers crossed that this guy works out better for you.
yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
Seems to be starting out better anyway.
right. What is your current rent that you get?
1,500.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable. It's in line with, what's available here.
Right, right,
Um,
okay.
yeah, it's not cheap here.
No, now, does that include like heat or anything like that?
It includes electricity,
Oh, well, that's good then. That's very good, actually.
yeah, but not heat, no.
What is the heat on? What kind of heat is it?
Propane.
Oh, okay. But it does include electricity, and so he could have an air conditioner, or he does have an air conditioner, and that's
Yeah.
included?
We provide an air conditioner.
All right, well, that's good then. Electricity for that amount is definitely fair,
Yeah.
fair price.
So he's, yeah, things seem to be starting out well with him.
Good. Well, let's hope it stays that way.
Indeed. How
All
are
right.
you doing?
I'm okay. Just missing Jesse a lot. That's
Yeah.
all. Usually I get to talk with him on Viber, which is like FaceTime kind of thing, twice a day. Sometimes it's just once a day, but usually twice a day.
Uh-huh.
It can be, anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour, depending on what they're doing and all that. So I have to be flexible, and there's, with the time difference and all, it's often like when he's going to bed, it's 3:30 to 4 a.m. here, but I want to talk to him, so they always call me at my request.
Yeah.
But it's just that's a minor adjustment. It's just really depending on Kate's moods as far as how cooperative she is on any phone call, as far as the length of it. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
How is Jesse doing?
He's doing well. Right now it's been like a vacation, really. They're living with her parents and he's got 4 cousins there. Kate has 2 sisters. They each have 2 kids. They all live like 5 minutes from where she and her parents are living. She's living with her parents.
Uh-huh.
So and everybody's been on like winter break. And so it's been a very festive time. It's like being on vacation. And
Yeah.
he's doing very well. He gets to play with the other kids. They have a trampoline in the yard. He's seeing his grandparents who he hasn't seen in a long time. So he's doing well. But I think it's important that I continue to talk to him at least once, if not twice a day, because that's helping both of us as well.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. He starts school there at the end of January, and we'll see what happens with that. Once they get into a routine, I'm not sure how Kate's going to be doing there. She's, I think, struggling a little bit. So we'll see.